Welcome back, you lovely bunch. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're all doing good. Right, I've got an important question. Actually, I've got a bunch of important questions today. I did that thing that most of us shouldn't do in the mornings, right? I got up, I had a coffee, that's all normal. Then I went on the internet and people, the internet's weird, isn't it? Like, you can get great things on the internet, like channels just like this, and lots of awesome content, and lots of awesome people doing awesome things, but then there are some proper weird people out there, aren't there? But there's one thing I saw in particular, like, well, two things, but it's the same thing. And I figured I just need to talk about it, you know? I don't understand it, so I figured I'd ask you lot. I mean, I've kind of got my opinion on it, but I don't understand it. So what am I talking about? Brace yourselves. This is a bit of a triggering subject for everybody. Car drivers and cyclists. Like, what is the hatred there? Like, why is there hatred? Why is there so much hatred? Is that just on the internet? Or does that translate into like real world like hatred? Like, you know, by that I mean the inability to be able to sit behind a cyclist or a group of cyclists without like bibbing or doing a close pass or being a bit of a numpty. That's what we're going to chat about in today's vlog, because I need to ask you guys some questions, because I need some answers, and I'm sure you guys need some answers, and maybe between us we can come up with some answers. I've got quite strong opinions on stuff and I will probably share it. It's not fact, it's just an opinion, so please don't be too offended. I don't think any of you will be offended by my opinions on car drivers and the internet and the weirdness and this like hatred or not hatred. Anyway, that's what we're going to chat about today out on the headlands. Maybe this is why I don't get much hatred on the road, you know. It's such a lovely bike. Everyone just beams positivity when they see me. Do you know what I find really hard being from Essex? Same words that have a T in the middle. So positivity, right? Positivity. Like tattoo, you know. So apologies for my ruining of the English language. Anyway, I'm going to ruin it a bit more in this vlog when I have a rant, because I get proper into it. Right, let's go for a bit of a pedal, and then we're going to find somewhere nice to sit down and begin unpicking this subject. Right, let's go. So I suppose I should give this a bit of context, like what started this all off. Well, I was on the internet, as I said, I was on Facebook. There's a lot of groups in Devon. You have like Spotted Painting, Spotted Newton Abbot, and people like, well, I think it's meant to be like if you lose your dog and that kind of thing, but basically it's just a bunch of people moaning about really weird stuff. So on a post yesterday, there was a photo of a bus and a chap behind that bus on a bicycle just slipstreaming it, you know when you're like drafting a bus and you just ride behind it. Like, this guy wasn't close to the bus at all, by the way. Totally a safe distance, nothing dangerous, just a guy riding down the road on a bike, right? But like the comments, it's the comments, you know? This is what triggers me. There's just like a man riding his bike down the road, getting fit. He's not stopping anyone. He's not slowing down any traffic. We'll get onto that in a little bit. He's just riding a bike, and someone has decided to then like take a photo of him. Whether they were driving and taking a photo, probably shouldn't be doing that, or the passenger did it, and then post it on this public site where everyone's now like, this guy's an idiot, he's riding too close to the bus. Like, maybe 2 people out of the hundreds of comments pointed out that he might not be able to see the bus's mirrors. Could be slightly dangerous, but honestly, anyone that's drafted a bus or been riding a bike for years knows that like they have brake lights and bikes stop really quickly. We've been riding bikes for ages. It's not as dangerous as non-cyclists would perceive it to be. Does that make sense? Anyway, so he was riding his bike down the road. He ended up on this website, and honestly, yeah, the comments are just like, cyclists are idiots, there's gonna be an accident, deserves everything he gets. Like, really harsh, right? Bloke didn't do nothing wrong, he was just riding his bike along, you know? And it's this extreme reaction. It's not just like people asking questions. Why is he riding so close? Isn't that dangerous? Don't you think that's a bit dangerous? Like, all relatively normal questions. And we could answer those questions, but like, well, actually, no, it's not. It's always the same old recycled garbage of like, needs to pay road tax, needs to have insurance. And this video isn't going to turn into cyclists and road tax and how we don't need it. It's been abolished, it's vehicle tax. You know, we don't need insurance because cyclists don't kill people. Like, cars kill people. My question is, why are people so angry towards cyclists? If you look at the internet and online, there's like this war. Like, it's like, people are harsh. And is that just because it's the internet? Like, the internet's kind of can be faceless, or people can just be rude? Or is it like a trolling, you know? Like, do people genuinely mean the really quite mean, hurtful, and like kind of violent things that they're saying? Like, do they mean that? Or are they just being trolls? Like, that's what I want to know. I feel like a lot of it is trolling. Cyclists always take the bait, and car drivers always take the bait. So I might have trolled car drivers in the past online, and I've certainly been trolled as well. I'm sure you've seen these posts, and I'm sure you've seen these reactions to like a picture of a cyclist, whether they're riding to abreast or like whatever. Why are people so harsh? Like, do you think they mean it? It's very serious today. But anyway, if they're being serious, that really triggers me, because like, oh, anyway, we'll get into that in a second. You can have a little think about it. I'll have a think about it. I think predominantly though, the internet is just a place of trolls, and it's not really meant. Let's carry on and then continue this rant. Actually, I'm going to say this isn't a rant. This is a series of questions. I'm just asking questions. So like, let's carry on and continue these questions. As I said earlier, is it just the internet? Is it just a troll? If it isn't, what is it about a cyclist that's so triggering? Is it our lovely smooth legs, or our choice of like multicoloured lycra that makes us look like a cross between ballet dancers and wrestlers and ice skaters? Is it because we slow you down? I mean, let's be honest, most of the traffic is caused by cars, not by bikes. Like, I've seen it. People drive down the road, there's a horse, there's a car, an old person, mobility scooter, a broken down car, a slow motorbike, anything. Not an issue. A cyclist though, it just like, well, this is what I'm asking actually. I don't want to say that triggers people, because in my experience, I haven't really had that much road rage. I haven't had people like get really angry with me. I've been bibbed at, but not that much. So I guess that's why I'm asking it as a question. I'm not putting this out there as a cyclist saying, I think car drivers hate cyclists. But what I do think is that impression is given on social media, like 100%, you know, and it's backed up by the comments that people make. I just want to know if they're legit. The thing is, this whole 1.5 metre passing space thing, I mean, it's great, makes sense, right? Some of the roads in Devon, they're just not wide enough for that. And like, as long as people pass me safely, I couldn't care how close they go. I really couldn't. So I don't think there is this massive war in the real world. Whereas online, yes, definitely the case. A few people that are just so impatient, they overreact to everything. I mean, I ride every day on the road. I mean, granted, they're not the busiest roads. Not really a lot going on, is there? So maybe me being in the countryside does kind of like give me a slightly different view on it. I need your help understanding this. I do. I mean, I've pretty much told you what I think already, but I'm gonna have to do like a summary and like in conclusion at the end of this video. But I don't want to do that yet. I want to ride up this hill because it's really sunny and I'm like massively overdressed. I'm expecting a proper good discussion in the comments, by the way, not just a like, I don't know. Right, let's carry on. I don't want to ride down this. Look at it. It's just not even going to be rideable. It's just the thickest. And it goes all the way up there. I don't know if you can see. Damn it. I was having fun up until that point. Oh, you can see it's all overgrown now as well. I suppose whilst we're here, in the middle of nowhere, it's a very good place to give you my thoughts and do a bit of an outro, I guess. It really triggered me this morning. I don't understand it. I guess that's why it like annoys me a bit. Like, I like being able to understand stuff. Usually things make sense, right? If someone's like a mean person, people dislike them for it. Like, what is so triggering about cyclists? I don't feel like a lot of cyclists go out there just like riding like arseholes. I'd say there's probably more arsehole drivers that drivers encounter on a daily than arsehole cyclists. But yet, like, why? Or maybe if I actually followed the driver's road rage page, then I'd realise quite how moany drivers are. Maybe drivers just moan a lot. I'm tarring everyone with the same brush, you know. I'm only going from like my experience of the internet. But my experience in the real world is that like, I don't really find a lot of drivers to be that impatient. They're all pretty chill, to be honest. So maybe it is just on the internet. What do you guys reckon though? What do you guys reckon to all of it? Let me know your thoughts. I'm interested. I'm intrigued. Because it is quite a lot of controversial subject, you know, like, do car drivers hate cyclists? I mean, honestly, my answer is no. I don't think they do. I think that is the common perception, but I don't actually think it's accurate. And I think that's like the fault of the internet and like mass media and all that stuff. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Thank you as always for watching and listening to me waffle on randomness. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys very soon. Bye.